Okay, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of a LUMINOUS 4K screen paint using ambient light projection, technology gain times 2, 3, and 5. Now, I pointed this out many times before about using cheap mixes, cheap screen paints, cheap solutions. You are not going to get the best of your projector performance. Some of you paid a lot of money for your projector. Some of you paid a good amount of money for your projector. You're not going to get that performance. You're not going to get what you crave, what you think you should have. You will not get it. You go with a screen paint of this caliber or a screen paint of this color or a screen paint that's basically just house paint, you're not going to get what you think you're going to get. Now, keep in mind, and I say keep in mind a lot, that house paint does not have gain. It doesn't. I don't care. That bare silver screen, I've tested that before. It's no different. If you just took gray paint and mixed it with black paint, somebody did it on the YouTube video. They just took black paint and white paint, mixed it together, and that's how they got their mix. So with this, it's pretty much the same thing. It's very easy to do, but keep in mind, you're not going to be able to get your performance that you need from your projector. You're cheating your projector. You're probably out of 100%. You're going to get maybe 40 out of it, and you're going to have to stay in the dark, because if you turn on any form of light, that screen's going to fade, which means if some of you are going to go out there and replace your TVs with a projection screen because you want that big movie theater experience, you want to be to watch your sports and TV shows and everything you want to do in a fully lit environment, that's not going to happen, my friend. You're going to be sitting in the dark. Now, as I said before, when it comes to black screens, contrast is everything. It is everything. But the beautiful thing about the Superior than all the other screen paints we've ever developed, Superiors can hit higher white levels than some of the screen paints we have developed. Keep in mind, this is the most advanced screen paint we have ever designed. Now, the projector I'm using, I can easily use a 4200 lumens, which I will do in one of the demonstrations showing you. Even if you have 4200 lumens, you're still not going to be able to get it. This is my my BenQ 720p projector at 3000 lumens. This projector is WXGA. Now, we're sitting back, I'd say probably maybe a good 9 feet back from the screen. Also, too, behind it, I have the outdoor projection screen that's also coated with a LUMINOUS Superior ambient light projection. And then we have our table, which half of it is painted with the cheap screen paint, and the other half is cheap untested screen paint, and the other half is coated with our LUMINOUS. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this, and we're going to do this demonstration with a with a lot of bright colors. Not bright colors, but really high white colors. I want to show you how high the white level is on our black screen paint. And you're going to lose so much contrast, so much detail, it's going to be missing when you use that cheap screen paint, especially when it has such a high kind of white color to it, or that light silver. Now I can come out here, I got another sheet in the back that's actually coated a little darker. It's still the same thing. Now if I stuck this outside, this screen would completely fade. This side right here, the cheap screen paint, gone outside with no problem. And I'll post at the bottom of the video. I think I did that demonstration today. Oh, I did do the demonstration today. Sorry about that. So the screen behind it is coated with Superior technology. The bigger screen behind it is coated with Superior technology. And then one half of this is coated with Superior. The other half is cheap screen paint. This is just to show you how high the white levels are. But not only are the white levels high, but it produces better detail. Look at the detail here, and look at the detail here. All right. See how much contrast you're losing? Contrast is everything. Like I said, LG wouldn't have gone out and spent all that money for research and development to develop a perfect black LCD screen in order to fail. And like I said, not only does Superior produce better contrast, better color than the cheap screen paint, but it also too produces better contrast by far. Look at this. I want to go back in and look at this again. Look how high the white levels are. I don't want to bring this up, but you know, when I did that video showing off exactly that particular individual, like I said, who hates on our company, I showed you in those shots exactly where you can see where even on our older technology, you can see how powerful the contrast was and how you could get more detail out of the screen. And this is why I'm pushing on saying that, you know, these lighter screen paints, these cheap screen paint mixes, it pretty much is what it is. It's basically just black and white house paint or gray and white house paint. That's pretty much what it is. If it was anything different, then the demonstrations would be way outside the box. You would see a higher, you would see something there that would show why it's different than anything else on the market. But you'll notice in every demonstration, whether it be this fellow or that fellow, whoever it may be, it'll be the same thing. They'll never stick that screen outside because it will wash out completely. They can't have a lot of lighting in the environment because the screen will wash out. And on top of that, like I said, you know, you have to have a very high-end projector or projector with high lumens in order to get that screen to kick, because other than that, it's not going to come up. Here we are with contrast. Now the reason why I did those demonstrations on much lighter video demonstrations is to show you that we're not going to just concentrate. I already know it's just a given that a black screen is always going to have better contrast than a lighter screen. It's just a given. It's going to happen. But to be able to show that a black screen can produce a high enough white level that it actually can blend in with the gray screen, that I will also show you too in the demonstration. Now look at this. This is what a star field looks like in a fully lit environment on our technology versus cheap screen paint. This is why they have to do the demonstration with the lights out. It's not going to come up. Now my projector is a 3000 lumen BenQ projector at 720p. If you notice that all my demonstrations are done, majority of all of them, out of 100 I say probably about 98 of them are done using 720p projectors. Alright, just in case my time runs out here, I'm Kenneth Bird from LUMINOUS 4K Screen Paint using ambient light projection, technology gain times 2, 3, and 5, showing you the difference between superior screen paint and everyday cheap screen paint, something you might want to stay away from. And this is supposed to be a night scene. Now, in order for those particular demonstrations to make the screen look good, they're going to have to use something more powerful than 720p. Their main projector is going to have to be at least 1080p to 4K. And the reason why I can do my demonstrations upstairs on a 1080p projector, because all the test demonstrations on the cinema were done on 720p and 200 lumen projectors. Now let's go with a very bright image. Now look at the white levels on the superior. Like I said, very high for a black screen. That's a black screen sitting against a gray screen. Sitting next to a gray screen. Look how high the white levels are on the superior. So I'm going to show you contrast. I'm going to show you high white levels, everything, the whole 9 yards. Now I guarantee you that someone who's actually using a screen paint of that caliber, that lightness to it, I guarantee you they will not do a demonstration in a fully lit environment. I'm not talking about lights to the back, I'm talking about lights surrounding the entire screen, such as you see right here. Plenty of light. Do that demonstration on a dark contrast video. I guarantee you they won't do it, because that screen will wash out. They'll have to do it on high bright colors, and they have to do it in a dark environment or a poorly lit environment. We don't have any lampshades down here. There's no lampshades. Let's go back to our star field. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I got a lot to do today. I still have more orders I'm pushing out. I'd like to thank you all for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'll probably be shooting another demonstration around the afternoon. I'm going to be taking the screen right here, the bigger screen, and taking it outside, doing a demonstration on the 42. Keep in mind the superior screen paint. If you're going to be using it outside, it is best used with projectors of 3,500 lumens and up. Inside, you can use it with projectors as low as 200 lumens. Now, keep in mind, we don't suggest you use a 200 lumen projector, but you can go as low as 200 lumens on this particular screen paint. And keep in mind, it is a spray-on application. Something I wanted to add in really quick in the demonstration, when I'm sorry to bring this up, keep in mind that the Crystal Edge technology screen paint that was used in that particular demonstration is a spray-on only application. It's not roll-on. Just want to put that out there really quick. Some things I just keep quiet, but sometimes I'll just poke a little fun and just say some things to have you thinking, yeah, that application was a spray-on only. So yeah, give you something to think about there. Alright, hope you enjoy. Thank you all for your time. God bless.